Hello, everybody. It's a Shelly Bolera Live, and we're back at it again.
Hey,
Me and Holiday Parsons, my daughter,
me and my
we
mama.
did the first video on Cassie and Stephanie in the book, and people liked it. So we thought we would come and do it again.
Another intergenerational chat
Another
about
energy. I mean, but she helps me in these types of situations. And what situation I mean is we want to talk about the EJ Johnson interview with Carlos King. And everybody seems to be talking about it and everything like that. And so he was saying that, among other things, that what really stood out to me. First of all, if you don't know who EJ Johnson is, and first of all, this is our opinion, and everything we're saying is allegedly. This is just our opinion. We're just expressing our opinion. But anyway, EJ Johnson is Magic Johnson's son. So even that is kind of like, you know, puts him into the limelight and everything like that and gives him a bit of celebrity, right?
yeah.
But I think
Bruh.
I think EJ Johnson is beautiful. He really is. I mean, the reason why it puts me at pause is because he's a man. But he's representing like a whole ass woman without the boobs. And I don't know if he still has his manhood or anything like that, but I mean, you could tell that he's a woman inside of that man's body. I mean, his whole essence is like a woman, you know? What do you think
um, about what? Like,
about EJ Johnson? And I mean, what do you think about, first of all, I want to know why he's not trans.
he said he wasn't.
No, he's
Said he's just a gay
he's a
man,
gay
feminine
man.
gay man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what you said about Magic Johnson is correct. Like, imagine you're Magic Johnson's child and you're put in the footsteps of Magic Johnson, and you aren't the athlete, the masculine athlete. You end up being extremely feminine male. Like, that's like hard pressure to deal with. And yeah, but I'm confused what your confusion is with, like, he's not a woman, like he doesn't identify as a woman. Like, what are you saying?
He does identify as a woman.
He does?
Yes, he said he walks into the room and he looks better than most women.
But is that him saying as a gay man, feminine gay man, that he thinks he looks better than women, or
Yes.
does he think he's trans? Like, I'm confused.
No, he doesn't think he's trans.
Oh, so he just
He's just a gay man who identifies as female, I guess. I mean,
I
you're the
mean,
one who knows more about this kind of stuff than I
no,
do.
I
I'm sitting up
didn't.
there telling you
No, the
about
hell I
this.
don't. You the one who wanted to make a video about it. The hell? I don't know nothing about EJ Johnson other than he's.
Not about EJ Johnson, but about the LBGTQ and trans and all that kind of stuff. You know the binary, you know the pronouns,
Okay,
you know these things. So why are you trying to act like you don't?
we gonna have to start this damn video over.
Why?
Because not
What?
you not formulating your video correct.
I, I'm being real. Yes.
I thought you wanted to talk about something else.
About what?
Like the fact that he thinks he looks better than women.
He does. But it goes deeper than that.
I mean, to me, he just is a feminine gay man, or like he might be leaning onto the side of being, I guess. I mean, listen, I don't know about the interview, but to me, like he's giving off non-binary, where he's like between male and female, like, so to me, if you're not really claiming the identity of a woman and you still think you're better than women, like better looking than women as a gay man or like a, I think that that's misogyny, like internalized, like not internalized misogyny, but it's just internally you're insecure about your gender non-conforming presentation to the point where you have to compensate for it and you want to outdo
The
real
women.
yeah.
That's how you feel?
Yeah, I think anybody who says I look better than women, it's insecurity. Like, I don't agree with the real women versus trans women argument, but I think that the argument comes down to like vilifying EJ Johnson even more, because if he wants to say that, it's like people are going to be like, "Oh, you think you're better than real women? Like you ain't a real like." So,
But he also said that he doesn't have sex with gay men, that he only has sex with straight men. But to me, I feel like if a man is having sex with him, he's not straight.
well, what was the context around that?
He was just saying that's who he's attracted to.
So
He only
no.
dates down
Oh,
low men
so he's calling them straight because they come off as
because they're
mad.
presenting themselves probably with a white. No, he said he never been with anybody who was married. But I guess to the outer world, to us, he they would be we would think that they were straight. But those are the men that are having sex with him.
I think in the community they say straight men just as a term, so you're right. Like it's just DL men who are masculine, and to us it's just like
Yeah, I think that it's not that he like straight men. He just like masculine men.
yeah. I think he meant straight as in like. But did he mean just as in DL men, or does he mean like the men that view me as a woman?
He was saying that he only dates men who identify as straight. Like they're walking around like they're straight.
So they date women, like
Yes,
cis women.
cis women. Tell them what cis means.
We had to get her hip with the word cis woman. Cis is just a term that's shortened for cisgender. Cisgender, it's not a crazy term that means you're trans. It's just you were born with the vagina or a penis, and then you subsequently identify with that body part. My mom was born, she as a woman, she identifies with that, and that's just what cisgender is.
Oh. So,
So
go ahead.
the straight men, whatever, they go and they live as straight, they date women, and then they go to him on the side, I guess. So there's a lot people could react to that, but
For my thing is, this is how the women can get AIDS.
yeah,
I mean, really. I mean, because people say that AIDS, and you can like get mad at me all you want, but people say that AIDS is not a gay disease. But when it first came out, it happened in the gay community, and then it spread. And the only thing that was different between the gay community and us is that the gay community was having anal sex, and then it spread to
she talking about her little.
then it spread to our community because of the DL man. The DL man. Now listen, this is 2026. Everybody should be able to do and be who they want to be. Nobody's going to be mad at you if you gay. Who going to be mad at you? Tyler Perry, come out the closet. You're not fooling nobody. We know you gay. We always knew you were gay. Come on now.
Ah, Mom, you don't know what. You're going on a damn tangent, girl.
But do you know what I mean?
Okay, first of all, I'm not heavily informed on like the AIDS epidemic, but to me, like, it's not all black and white. Like, I think the if we're going back to EJ Johnson and there's DL men that are extremely promiscuous with like straight women, and they're either bisexual or they're DL, and they still end up being around straight, like having relations with straight women. Like, it's not like a gay thing to be all diseased and go and contaminate the community. It's just that there's a level of promiscuity and I think a lack of self-respect that is involved in like gay communities that lead to people like, I don't know, like I just think it's like when the government didn't support the gay relationships, there was a lot of promiscuity, hiding and going and having like unconventional ways of having relations because you're not protected under marriage or like secure relationships. So it spread so like among the gay community, like, and so it looks like a gay disease. But I don't know. I think we can also talk about the promiscuity of straight men who were just having sex with prostitutes and going back to their wives as well. So it's like there's multiple facets to this. It's not like gay men just want to go and contaminate women. While that's a problem, I think
The down low man.
yeah, I think the argument should be that there's
Just be gay. Why do you have to put a woman through that? Really? I mean, EJ Johnson is a product of that because he's being with a man and he knows the man has a woman or dates women, you know?
I think that just be gay, it's not as simple. I think the institutions that we're in, it's like your dignity as a human being, your value as a human being is devalued if you're gay, especially if you're a gay man, especially if you're a gay black man. They call EJ Johnson all type of names, say he's a failure, he's a abomination because he's a tall black assigned male at birth, and he literally looks extremely feminine. So people see that as an abomination. You get kicked out from your house, your resources, your social ties if you're a black gay man, so you hide it. And then you go and compensate for the fact that you have these thoughts about men, and then you go and date. And
You know what?
so it's like just be gay, yeah, but we have to make sure that we facilitate the communities that make sure that we keep people safe when they come out, you know.
I used to have a hairdresser, and he told me, he said he was gay. And he told me, he said he could have any man he wants. He said he could have any man he wanted. And I kind of think that's true. Because men are so promiscuous, and all they really want to do is get off. And I think if it was done in the dark and nobody would know, they might go for it.
They
think
say
so.
that people are like more people are bisexual than you think, and that it's more of a spectrum. So yeah, when he said I can get any man I want, like shit, you right, maybe that shit is possible. Like, but sometimes gay men will say that because they're in competition with women, but there's truth to that. That like like I don't know. Not everybody is just 100% straight, 100% gay.
I mean, I can't talk on it because I don't know what it is to be gay. Because I've never been attracted to women. I've never. That's why I'm so like, just be who you are, you know.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
About what you are?
Yeah.
Um, In what respect? Like, like I don't know
I
what you're
mean,
talking about.
if you want to be with a man, be with a man. If you want to be, because a woman can be with a woman and still be with a man, and she's not considered gay.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, be who you are. Yeah. I mean, everybody's been screaming that for decades. Like, just be yourself. But do people really mean that? Because she don't think
I
bisexual
mean,
men exist. So it's like if somebody says they're bisexual as a man, and
no, I don't
people,
think that bisexual man exists because I feel like if you have sex with a man, you're gay. And if but I guess you could like women and men. I don't know.
bro, you just be saying stuff.
I mean,
Cause you really say be who you are, but you really don't mean that. You enjoy the rankings in society that you might benefit from, and that means that it's either straight or gay. And I mean, to you, like if you like, I be trying to tell her like bisexuality and men can exist. I mean, obviously they go sleep with EJ Johnson and then go sleep with women, and some of them might be faking it with the women, but others they do it all. So I'm like, whoa, you know.
well, I guess we don't have too much to say about the subject. You're not really enthused with it. Seems like.
I just don't know what we're talking about.
What do you mean you don't know what we're
Because we're
talking
sitting
about?
here and you're like, I don't know, you're like, what did you say in the beginning that I was stumped on? I don't get it. Like, what were you saying about him? Like, oh, he's a feminine gay man? Like, what else am I supposed to say?
I just thought you would have more to say.
Because I think the older generation, they see that as the biggest spectacle to talk about. Like, as if there's. I mean, what else is to say? I mean, Magic Johnson is extremely feminine. As
You
a,
think Magic Johnson is feminine?
no, EJ Johnson.
Oh, yeah. He looks. I mean, he's a he's. I mean, it's hard. I mean, the whole thing to describe him. I mean, because he's not a woman, but he presents himself as one, but he doesn't want to be trans. And
Well, I think he. I don't know. That is a good question, actually, because you can present yourself really feminine, but you don't want to be a woman. So it's like, why, like, I don't know, like, are you confused that he presents so femininely and that he doesn't want to be trans? Like,
yes, I think that he should
transition?
transition. Yeah.
No. I didn't know that. Really? You think he should transition?
Yeah.
Why?
Because to me, he just looks like he's walking around like a woman in a dress
So you.
with no, like he had this whole little like leather outfit on, and it was like cutting to like right above the areolas, and it was no boobs there, and it looked freaky.
So what I'm seeing is like you would rather someone go one way or the other, and that anything in the middle is just too much for you. Like
What's the middle?
like just being extremely feminine and still having male genitalia. Like, I see what you mean. Like, he's not holding anything in the cleavage part, like in the clothing, so it looks like, what are you trying to be like? I understand. Like, it's not like too obvious. Like, he's like in between worlds. So it's like, but to you, like, I'm surprised that transitioning is more fathomable to you than
Him
just
just,
dressing a certain way. Like, I'm surprised, Like, usually people would be like,
I
so
think,
you think he's so confused that
I don't
he's
think,
trans
I
that,
don't think he's confused.
so you think,
I just
well,
wonder what's holding him back.
from transitioning?
Yeah. It's something holding him
So you
back.
think something's holding him
Because he
back?
has the money to do it.
So maybe he just doesn't want a vagina. Doesn't want.
Oh, he does.
How though? If he's not transitioning, he has all the money.
I know. It might be family issue. It might be, it's something, but I know that he would if he could. You know? That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Don't be surprised if you don't see that one day. Because he's not confused.
No, I think when people decide to be in a mixture of male and female and then people call them confused then. And you think that the sign of no confusion is just being the woman as a whole. Like, he wants to, like, that's what you think but to me he just seems like a hyper feminine black male from what, like, I don't know.
I never seen.
You never seen a hyper feminine black male like that? What about Todrick Hall or RuPaul?
Yeah, but they're drag. He's not drag. Like, he's not in wearing wigs, and he's a natural male. Just
So what if he's just gonna stay that way, where he's in the middle, where he's just,
then
that,
that's confusing to me.
there you go. People
Yeah.
don't want to see in the middle. They want to see either you pick one or so. But I just think, like, black men, they see it as an abomination to be a black male and you're feminine. Like Lil Nas X, like, he
He went
he
crazy.
went crazy because of all this industry stuff, and they think it's like the world has gone bad if you're a feminine black male. Like, they think that that's the biggest sign of a failed family or like a failed human or like an abomination. So when you see a natural hairstyle of a black man and he has a full face of makeup and a dress, people are like, so I guess I see what you mean, but to me, I think there's people that just are like that. And it's like, people are always worried about what could have happened if he was masculine, but I'm like, there's so many ways you can exist. Like, it's like, okay, Magic Johnson's son out of all the other NBA players are, he's a feminine, he's not an athlete. Like, so what? I mean, it was just gonna happen because people forget that humans have all types of presentations. It's like people are in the middle sometimes. So it's like you can sit there and be like, either pick male or female, but if this person continues to do this middle presentation and people like across the country are doing it, across the world, and they've been doing it, it's like, how do
But
you stop it?
I don't see him thinking as himself as a middle presentation. I think he really truly thinks he's female.
Then why was he saying I'm better looking than the women? Like, he thinks of himself as a different form. He probably
Yeah.
feels. She thinks trans people are a different species, by the way. So I meant to say
I don't think they're. I say they have their own species because they're not men and they're not women, and they look. They have a certain look, and they have created their own species.
that's not what that
That's
means.
how I
You
feel.
know,
They're
I have to
human.
give her a biology lesson, and I go on 20-minute rolls of trying to educate her, and she still doesn't listen. You know, no matter how much you transition as a trans person, you still have the genetic makeup of a human being. You're
Well,
the
I'm not
same
saying they're
exact.
not human.
Nigga,
They are
didn't you
human.
just say that? A whole different species.
Their own human species.
No, their
Their
own
own.
human
Well, what are you? If you're not a woman and you're not a man, what are you?
trans woman or a trans man.
Right, their own.
They're trans women or a trans man. They're a woman. This is
They have their own.
a language that you forget that human beings are so diverse, right? I mean, you look at the world as suit, short hair, dress, long hair on a woman. Like
No, look at my hair. I
two.
totally cut it off.
So it's like there's so many different ways you can mix and match the human body and their expression. So how do you say it's a different species? That's your
Because
fellow
they
human being.
create. I'm not saying they're not human. I'm saying they have created their own lane.
See, this is this stuff.
They have
that
created their own lane. I mean, when you go and
It
check
has
a box,
existed.
it doesn't say trans, does it?
they've created boxes for you to check off that say
Oh, they have?
trans woman, trans man.
Oh, okay, well, that's good. So they have their own.
That's not what it is supposed to be, though.
What
It's
is
like
it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be like once you transition, you're a cis woman?
no. Once you transition, you're still a trans woman, but you're still should be classified as a woman. The reason they check boxes like that is because your expression, it's like it does matter in the workplace, but that doesn't mean you're a different like subcategory of a human being. It's like I don't know. Trans women have existed for like I mean different forms of gender presentation have existed.
So
it's
does
like-
that mean that you're gay if you're a man and you want to be with a trans person?
Well, it depends. So it's like if you're attracted to the penis attached to a trans woman, that's homosexual thoughts. You want to look at a penis, but
Because
if you're
that's homosexual sex. Because it has a penis.
right, so
Right.
yeah, but if you're not attracted to that, you say cover it up, or like I'm only attracted to the feminine parts of you. Like that's straight like behavior. So it's like people just immediately say, "Oh, if you're with a trans woman, you're gay," because they were born.
Male.
But that's not true because if you're attracted to the breasts that they transition with, the feminine facialization surgery, or the long hair, or the you know, there's straight tendencies as a male. You can look at a trans woman, for example, who's a trans woman, Laverne Cox.
Right.
She doesn't look masculine to me, so it's like
Do you know she's a twin?
yeah. And her twin was also on Orange is the New Black to play her pre-transition, and Laverne Cox played one of the most complex trans characters on Orange is the New Black. So, in recent history,
Okay, I get it.
so shout out.
Shout out. Anyway, I'm so glad we're having this conversation because it's a hard conversation to have.
Yeah,
Because people, they really get in their feelings and, it's personal, you know? But for me, I just would like to say to all the black men out there who are on the down low, just come out the closet.
not that simple.
Why is it not that simple?
Because they can get kicked out their house, ridiculed by their family, their friends for coming out because they're
Prepare. Prepare.
asked for help
Stay-
with trusted individuals, and then
Yes, and prepare.
Yes.
If you get kicked out the house, make sure you got a lot of money, enough money, a job to get your own place. But prepare. Be who you are. Because when you're something you're not, you're gonna be unhappy your whole life. You're just gonna be unhappy your own life.
And there's gonna be a world where black gay men and feminine gay men are literally gonna be welcomed and not like the in the LGBT community, the deaths among black trans women, it's extremely disproportionate compared to the rest of the members of the community. Like the murder rate against black trans women is extremely high. The death rate among feminine black men high. So it's like one day that world won't exist where people are killed, harassed, verbally assaulted for their
I think
presentation.
we're getting there.
Not with the current administration, but I digress.
Well, that's true, but he won't be there forever. And then once you get Gavin in there, that's going to be a different thing. Because Gavin is going to be a great president. Just my opinion.
Gavin is a sellout. That's my
Oh
opinion.
Lord, here we go.
That's for another video. Because
You want to get into politics next?
Sure.
Sure. All right. Well, you have anything else you want to say?
No.
Well, my lovely daughter, Holiday, and we just wanted to come on because we like to tackle the generational issues. You know, how I think about things and how she thinks about things, and I have no filter. So
No, she don't.
you know, I'm going to say things and she's going to try to back me up. Like, get out of that, you know. But I'm going to go for it. And I hope that this conversation starts a dialogue with, you know, not with anyone, but yeah, with anyone. I hope it starts a dialogue of somebody who's reaching out, and I hope it helps someone. And that's was our opinion.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, Mom.
You're welcome, my love. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.